Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today we're going to talk about the Bichon Frise breed and whether you should consider getting one. I've had Susie, let's get her in the picture. Here we go. Hey Susie, how are you? Susie is 7 years old now and I've had her for just under a year and a half. But I've known Susie since for about 2 years. So the transfer of ownership from my neighbour, and we'll do that in another video, from my neighbour to myself in November of 2024, understanding it's March 2026 now, was fairly easy. There's a good reason why she came under my ownership. That's for another video. But she's had a wonderful life up to 2024. And she's had a dramatic change in her life. Come on, puppy, where are you? Let's go through this. Let's go through this one. Let me just get through here. Woohoo! Get into the field. Oh, what are we doing? There we go. We're in the field now. Let's go and see if there are any swans or geese or whatever. Oh, there's other dogs in here. Oh, they're all going wild. Let's go to the right. So, had her about just under a year and a half. When she came to us, she wasn't in the best state. She'd been kept as a lap dog and fed mashed potatoes and trifle for a good period of time. So her poo wasn't that great and her stomach wasn't that great. But now she's all sorted. She's on a stable diet for dogs and she's in wonderful condition. The veterinary surgeons can't believe how good she's come on over the last year and a half. She's in wonderful condition, absolutely wonderful condition. But should you get a Bichon Frise? Well, that's a really, really good question. The Bichon Frise is a really interesting breed. They're not particularly demanding. Not demanding at all, except for one thing. They like to be sat with you all the time. And they love a cuddle. And they love to sleep on the bed with you. And I don't mind her sleeping on the bed with me. She's always very clean and all that good stuff. I don't mind her sleeping on the bed. It gives her a sense of security. And I think they are a bit of an insecure breed, naturally. But that doesn't affect their persona. It's a really, really lovely persona. Come on, Susie. She loves going for walks. She doesn't need much of a walk, but she does get plenty of walks from my perspective. And I don't take her too far because she does like to sleep. Come on. So they're not very demanding at all. And if you're thinking about getting a Bichon Frise, they're a really nice breed. Generally speaking, most Bichon Frises are really, really placid and enjoyable to own. They are a great dog. So, if you're retired and you can spend 24 hours a day with your dog, your Bichon Frise, then the Bichon Frise is perfect. Now, I've trained her over the last year and a half, or just under the last year and a half, to be able to stay in the house by herself for probably 3 or 4 hours now, and she's happy with that. So she's gone through quite a lot of training over the last year and a half, and I'm going to admit it. My other half, the missus, is the alpha from her perspective. I am her living toy. I am the toy, yes? So the missus is the alpha, and she makes sure that she's well trained and not feral, of which she was a bit when we took her over. She was running all over the place and there was no control. Now there's control. Can you see the geese? The geese are coming back up from their migration. Look at that, beautiful. Absolutely. Hopefully you can see them. Hopefully the camera picks it up. So let me let her off. And she doesn't go that far because she likes to know that you're there. There we go. Come on, Susie. Excuse me for sniffing. Oh, dearie me. But they're not demanding at all. She has a very simple dog's diet. She's now getting all the vitamins that she should have, rather than eating loads of strawberry trifle. Yes, and I'm saying that in a nice way. Yes, the original owner was a beautiful lady. She was a lovely lady, but we'll talk about that in another video. And quite a sad story, but it is what it is. But we'll come to that in another video. Do you want to have a Bichon Frise? Well, if you're retired and you've got loads of time on your hand and you can have her at your feet while you're working away in your office, doing whatever you do, or taking her to the shops, then you'll have no problems at all. One interesting thing about the Bichon Frise. So me and the missus go out shopping on some high street, and the missus goes into the shop, or I go into the shop and one of us is left outside behind. She absolutely will not move until the other person has returned. She is absolutely desperate for both of us to be together. Whoops, there we are, she's having a poo. That's good. Good girl. Susie. So one interesting note on the Bichon Frise is that you get like a pinky reddy mark around the eyes, around the lips, and on the feet, around the toes, where they lick the toes. This is an allergy to whatever it is that they're eating. Now, we've put her on a diet that's a very specific diet. I'll tell you about that in another video. And her wanting to lick everything and turn her hair pink or red is slowly demising. So it's now 1.5 years, just under, and the pinkness in her feet and around her eyes and around her lips is disappearing. So this is a good sign. This is a good sign. One of the other challenges with the Bichon Frise is a couple of anal glands where they scoot. The term scooting, where they put the bum on the floor and they use the front paws to drag themselves along. There is a gland in the anal passage that gets blocked. There are actually 2 of them, one on either side. And they get blocked. Susie! Hello, baby girl. They do get blocked. And as such, they start scooting. You can take them to the veterinary clinic and have those glands cleaned out. It takes 2 seconds with a finger. I've no intention of trying it myself at this moment in time. So just be aware of that and don't be too worried about it. I originally thought it was a worming problem, but that wasn't the case. She didn't have worms, but it is this problem with this particular gland in her anal passage. You should be aware of that. Apparently it's quite well known in the Bichon Frise. But apart from that, not a problem. She's been a lovely, lovely dog, not demanding. She doesn't need big walks. Just to walk around the block is more than enough once a day. And just letting her out in the garden and going chasing cats. Where's them pussycats? Where's them pussycats? She's very curious. They are a really curious dog. And they love playing. And she loves digging holes and hiding her food in a hole in the garden. She hasn't got a clue why she's doing it, but it's it's obviously buried deep in her brain that she has to do it, and she does it. I've never had a Bichon Frise before, a number of dogs, and she is absolutely wonderful. I would highly recommend it. And this video has been created because so many people are messaging and emailing me about Susie and wanting to know what she's like, if you got this far. Anyway, if you're thinking about buying a Bichon Frise, I hope this video helped you. If it did, please give the video a like and share it. And please do subscribe to the channel. There's more about Susie up and coming. There's more about the politics of the UK and the issues around the UK. I have some big news regarding my work and my employer. Here we go. Around my employer, and I shall release that to you when it's appropriate. Is she going to go for a swim? I hope not. She's a bit too posh for swimming. Aren't you, Susie? And they are posh. They are a posh dog and they know it. Susie, come on, baby girl. There we are. Beautiful geese. Very fortunate to live out here in the too white countryside. Too white countryside. My goodness. Politicians. Politicians. Absolute madness. I hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions about the Bichon Frise, let me know, either in the comments or via email, and I'll try to respond to you. See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Come on, Susie. Good girl.